Happy Halloween, bitches!
What's up, y'all? It's Arhythmtic back again. Got a new beat for y'all. Simple, fast, but I like it. Yeah, a little glitch there. This is just a re-recording. I'm not even gonna fix it. Tiny little hiccup. I don't even know if y'all heard it. So just hear it at the end of the video when I play the actual beat itself. This is just a re-recording. Alright, so a lot of y'all have been asking me how I do bass lines using the MPC. Since the MPC, as most of y'all will know, doesn't have any sounds in it itself, you have to sample everything you use or as your own sounds. But for creating bass lines using the MPC, it's kind of simple, but you wouldn't be able to figure it out unless you'd heard it from somebody. So let me just break it down real quick. I have one sound in this first pad right here, which sounds like what we all consider bass. I got that from sampling a snare drum. What I did was I went into trim, which is shift 6, and then I selected my wave file, which was low snare, that one right there, and then went to loop, which is F2, turned the loop feature on, and then I went to zone and selected exactly how much of the sample I was going to use. And from this right here, the only amount of the sample that I actually used was, let's see, right about that much of it. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that, but I just asked the damn internet a question. Alright, well, that much of the sound. What I did then was I turned the loop feature on, which is in the top right corner. It says off usually. Turn that to on. So then you're going to get this kind of sound right here. And then save that. So you're going to go to click edit and shift through, or like check through the possible editing features until you find it's going to say section new sound. And you save it as a different sound, because if you don't save it as a different sound, it's going to change everything you use that sample under and change it to that bass sound you've created. So after you've done all that, let me fix that real quick. You save it and you have that new sound. Go back to your program screen, which is F6. My bad, before I said trim was F6, it's actually F5, but program is F6. Choose the pad bank you want to use for bass lines. In this case, it's C. and that's after I've already messed with it. But then you select your first pad and choose the wave file that you were going to use, that looped up snare or whatever instrument you decide to use. You can use a bass drum, you can use anything really. Then go to parameters, which is params, which is F2, and then go to frequency. And at this point, you're going to want to mess with the frequency. Some people might turn it all the way down to 0, which is what I did in this case, because it gets a really dark sound, because you're going from this and you keep, so it's getting progressively darker and deeper and smoother. And then you get that. Sorry, somebody's calling me. And then you play your sample and go to the tune feature. Actually, excuse me. Then you go to your main screen, click 16 levels up here. It's going to give you the option to choose which pad you're going to want 16 levels for. And rather than using velocity, you're going to use note variation and then turn on. So then you have 16 different pitches from the same sample, and you're going to want to tune that to your track. So then you go back to parameters. In the top right corner it says tune, and it should be set at 0. And what I like to do is I use my top pad in the top right corner, pad 16, and tune that to the highest note that I think fits the sample. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's done. And best of luck to anybody. No more questions about it, because I'm getting tired of those questions. Alright, yeah, like I said, this is a real simple, easy beat. And it was just fun to make. Thought I'd share it with y'all. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for commenting. But like, for real, nobody's peeping the videos anymore. Like, get like 200 views and I have 600 subscribers. So I don't know what that's about. But change it, man. Share my shit. You know what I mean? Peace.